Thanks, Craig.
Hey, it's Karrington, and we're back. We're in business once again. My name's Karrington with Real Dudes Podcast, an indie gaming podcast. And tonight, with me, I have the one, the only, Jordan.
Oh, man, I was really hoping you were going to introduce your other guest in that fashion, but I'll take it. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. And next, we have a longtime listener. He's been on the show quite a few times. You know him. You love him. It's the one, the only, Phil.
Thanks for having me back, guys.
Okay, I like that intro more.
Yeah, Phil the chef. How have you been?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you guys?
Fantastic. And how's the restaurant business treating you these days, Phil?
Restaurant business is restaurant business. Business is up. People will always eat. We'll be open for a while.
Hopefully.
You know, unless that entire other thing happens.
Right.
People die.
We won't talk about that. Yeah, that thing.
And then nobody will be open.
You are not lying, good sir.
Why would he be lying?
Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
Before we get started today, do not forget to follow us on the good old Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Dudes Podcast. You can always send us messages through Anchor, which is our lovely podcasting host. We will listen to your messages here on the show, answer any questions, comments, concerns, yada, yada, yada. Now that's out of the way, let's just jump into it.
Wow. Okay, stealing other YouTubers' catchphrase is cool.
I
That's
am.
what we're all about here.
So today, children, we will be talking about Children of Morta.
Oh, okay. I thought you were calling us children.
I was
"Bro, you're
about
only like
to.
8 years older than me.
I was going to raise the concern about, my age compared to yours.
Well, you are older than me, Phil, but
That's
you're
what
younger
I'm
than my father.
Thankfully.
So, Children of Morta is a story-driven action RPG game about an extraordinary family of heroes, led by the Bergsons with all their flaws and virtues against the forthcoming corruption. That is the exact sales pitch from places like Steam and the eShop and Xbox and yada, yada, yada. Developed by Dead Mage and the wonderful publishers 11-Bit Studios. You can buy it on all platforms, the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and through Steam, it's available for Windows, Linux, and Macintosh. So you literally have zero excuse to not play this game. Fellas,
Especially when it's on Game Pass.
oh yeah, for sure. Can I just say, before we get into this, Game Pass is a wonderful gift from Microsoft. Like, it is an insane deal. Like, no, I'm not joking, not kidding, not doing any meme. Game Pass is a great deal. If you have an Xbox or even a PC out there, there's so many great games on there. And Children of Morta is on Game Pass.
But you know what else is on Game Pass? Sea of Thieves, and I've been playing that. I just want to throw that in there because
Another great game. But we're not here to talk about Sea of Thieves. We're here to talk Children of Morta.
Fair. I might talk about Sea of Thieves later, though.
Guys,
I would also like to fully disclose if I accidentally call this Children of Moira, it's not my fault.
Children of Mordor.
No, Moira, just too much Overwatch in my life.
Oh, well, I've been watching too many of some Lord of the Rings movies, so
Yeah.
So, who got the chance to play Children of Morta besides myself?
I did.
see, I just
Perfect.
heard Children of Mordor. I
I
have not played this game, but I'm glad to be here.
You can be the voice of our listeners here when it comes to Children.
Well, Karrington, please tell me about Children of Morta. Other than the one sentence pitch you just threw at me.
So, Children of Morta, it's a roguelike game, which I will say, not usually my forte. I enjoy roguelike games, but I'm not good at them. That's the problem.
That's because you're bad at stealth.
Yeah.
Can we say it's semi-roguelike? Because you don't restart every time you die.
This is true. And I love the system that's set in place. Like, it gives you a reason why, when you do die, why you do reset. You know, basically the grandmother of the family, she shows the family like, hey, we're protecting this crystal thing, and the crystal has the power to bring the family back to life every time you die.
Isn't it just kind of pulling them out?
That's not the impression I got, but you have played the beginning more recently than I have.
Yeah, but I also have a worse memory than you, so we'll go with yours.
Okay. So either it pulls them out or it brings them back to life. So yeah, ever since we dropped our last episode, not the Sonic episode, but our last full episode, I've been playing Children of Morta. So there's this corruption that's taking over the area, as we already brought out, but there's 3 areas to each to the level or to the game. And when I first started, I'm like, 3 areas. This will be easy. Little did I know, this game is not easy.
Nope.
Would you agree, Phil?
Not at all.
I mean, my immediate assumption for games that give you the option, or not the option, but like one of the features is you can respawn all the time, which means you're going to be dying a lot. There are plenty of games that do that, and all of them are hard.
It's definitely a thing in this game.
And what I like, because when the game first starts out and it's kind of introducing you to the game, you have he's the father character. And he's like, oh no, there's monsters appearing in the land and stuff. But when you're going through that, I never died during that portion. I'm like, oh, this game is easy. What are they talking about? Roguelike, I got this.
Yep.
So you thought the same thing, Phil?
Oh, exactly. I think I even messaged you, like, once I got into the first portion of the game, I'm like, why aren't they dropping health potions like they did in the first part?
Yep. I was thinking the exact same thing, because during that tutorial, potions are dropping literally left and right. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm never going to die if this is the normal thing. But then you enter the first actual area of the game, and yeah.
And then you die.
A lot. And Phil, you actually used more than one character, because I stuck with the father figure, which he just fits my style, because he was like the warrior type character.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I've actually played with every character that's available and gotten them all to at least level 5.
Nice.
And they all feel very different styles of play, different attributes that come with them, different things that they unlock as far as their perks go and things of that nature. But some of them, it's always nice too, because whenever you hit the next level, you or not the next level, but every 5 levels, you get a perk that carries over towards every other family member. Almost think of like basically playing D&D or Diablo with every class available to you at the exact same, not at the exact same time, but you can switch between them when you go back and make your next run. But then it all kind of semi carries over and levels them all up. It's a pretty slick system that they've got going for them.
I agree, because when you are dying so often, it's my problem with roguelike games in general, because a lot of times you start from the beginning, you have nothing, and every time you die, you lose everything, and it's very demoralizing and doesn't motivate you to keep playing. But Children of Morta, because of the RPG system that's built into the game, all that stuff, all your like stats and everything that you've leveled up, all that stuff carries over, which is awesome, because it makes each time you enter an area maybe you're stuck in, it makes it just a tad bit easier. And every time you die, it's just like, I can do better if only I had this one thing. And you go back to your house, and then you can get upgrades or level your guy up or whatever, and then boom, you see the progress as each death as you progress through the game.
And it kind of seems to feed, you said you haven't really ventured outside of the father character. It seems to kind of feed the items that you get that attach to you. You almost get ones that are more so based towards the character you're playing as, to like give that style of a character an advantage throughout your playthrough, which of course you lose as soon as you die. But it definitely significantly helps the character that you're playing with at that exact moment.
Yes, I agree. And I do like I think that, were they called omens or something like that?
I don't remember what they're called. I think they're called omens, or yeah, let's go with omens, even if they're not.
Okay. There's these like
items.
I don't know. There's items.
Perks?
Perks. That's better. Perks. They're perks that you can find, and everything's randomized. And so you might find a particular perk that'll help you keep your health up. And then the next time you die, you won't be able to find that, but maybe you'll find speed. And I found those to be very helpful when going through a level over and over and over again.
Well, and that's not even touching the past or the active ones where you actually have to hit like right bumper or right trigger or whatever to use them as well. That'll give you boosts and other advantages, missiles and stuff like that you can shoot out.
Yeah, each character, not only does their playstyle different, because like I said, the father is like the warrior, the eldest daughter, she's like the archer. So each person not only has different weapons, but they also have different abilities. So the dad, I know he brought down a rain of swords. That was one of his like starter abilities that he had, which was very helpful at the beginning of that first level, which is a cave and there's spiders everywhere, basically.
I found that ability to be very helpful throughout the course. He's probably my most played as character. The one that plays with the bow might be my second most played character once I figured out that you can actually move and shoot at the same time with the right thumbstick.
Mm-hmm.
But her abilities are also super cool. Then there's the one that's got like the dual blades type of assassin-y type of character.
Mm-hmm.
And you got one that shoots fire, so kind of a wizard. And then you got a big old tank that swings a hammer. It's the selection of characters is pretty amazing in this game. And
at first, when you first start the game, you first pick up the eldest daughter. She's with you. She's as you're controlling the dad, she's like killing monsters and stuff with you, which I thought that was going to be part of the game.
I did too.
And I was a little disappointed that wasn't part of like the actual game. It was just part of that intro.
Agreed.
But fear not, if you have friends, you and up to 3 other of your friends can play co-op, which I never got to test out or play, unfortunately.
Well, you can roll 4 deep in it?
Here.
Yeah, you can roll 4 deep.
That's the bad part, Jordan. I think it's only couch co-op.
Yeah, it's only local co-op.
Well, then today's video is sponsored by that one company that can do the online multiplayer co-op that I can't think of right now. Online multiplayer co-op service. Google Parsec. You know, this bit's gone too long. I'm sorry.
But I will say one thing that does help. I'm in the program for Xbox streaming on my phone, and Children of Morta was part of the latest batch of games that you can play on it. So I should have done that when I was at your house this past weekend, Jordan. Threw up my phone and we could have played Children of Morta together.
See, this is why I don't have dumb friends. I'm kidding.
Yeah, you're good. If there was a negative to this game, that'd probably be on my list for sure. Just because I hardly have people over to play games anymore. It's all online, which is why Phil the Chef is here now.
Oh, now I have to go.
100% agreed.
But with it being on the Switch, I mean that does help a lot. Did not play the Switch version, played the Xbox and PC version. But I mean that the Switch does help a lot and would help in that situation just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. For the portability factor of being able to take it over to somebody's house and jam away.
You got 2 controllers right there. It's like in the commercial where they're on the roof and they're
Exactly.
playing Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I get sassy, I get a New York accent. Hey, watch it. I'm playing Mario Kart here.
I will say, unfortunately, I did not get the chance to actually finish the game because I'm not good at roguelike games. However,
IGN reviewer over here.
I'm just making it known, you know. However, I am in the 3rd area, which is insanely hard, but the game itself is incredibly fun, and it does have a nice story to it. The game itself does make you care about the family itself because they have a son who wants to fight, but his mom says no because he's too young. Like, I cared about him in a way because I'm like, man, I want him to fight. Just make him feel like he's doing something, you know?
One other thing that I really appreciated too is every time you die, well, almost every time you die until you've died too many times in an area. Not that I'm speaking from experience, but if I was, it'll advance the story a little bit further each time.
Yeah, all the NPC, all the other family members are around the house, and they all have updates. There's like a little bubble above them when they have something they want to express or talk about. And as you even progress through the game, I mean, the house itself opens up to more and more stuff. Because I remember I tried to access certain parts of the house before I was supposed to, which it is still open. It just doesn't explain it to you. It's just kind of like, you know, oh, you're not ready for this yet. So the game does slowly open up different concepts to the game very slowly, but in a very at a pace where it's you retain the information that the game's teaching you, which is nice.
That and the fact that there's so many secrets tucked away in, I believe the phrase is procedurally generated levels that reset every time and it's not the same. And you'll like go to it and all of a sudden there's this area that was there and you'll run into a merchant or something that wasn't there the first 6 times that you died in that level, or traveling caravan of some sort. And you're just like, okay, you got some stuff going on.
I thought that was really cool too, because like you said, you die so many times. And there was one time where I fought a mini boss, and I ended up freeing a merchant, which I thought was the boss when I was first going through the first level. I'm like, oh, this is the boss. That was easy. And then it was just some merchant, and because I freed him, he gave me a good deal. And next time I saw him, he would help me out on my journey and stuff. But
yeah, there's a lot of that kind of stuff tucked away.
Mm-hmm. And which makes the game. It makes you just want to play more like, oh, what else is around the corner if I keep playing? It wraps you in and it makes you want to keep playing, which is great.
I started it yesterday, and I've had a tough time setting it down.
Were you able to beat the first boss yet within that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm on the second world now. Or the second, I don't know, we'll call it area.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Zone.
I would also like to say, Karrington, that I beat that first boss on my first attempt.
Really? I did not. It took me 3rd or 4th try.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked about it.
Still, bro.
Giant spider. Because my problem with the spider was the fact that it kept shooting out a web and it kept slowing me down, and then its babies would come out and get me. So that was where I kept getting tripped up.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. Or maybe pun intended. I don't know how to decide yet. We'll see where the night goes. So, Phil, in your roughly 24 hours of playing it, what kind of score would you give it at this point in time?
I'm gonna be completely something here. Okay. I did not like the game at first. It drove me nuts. I couldn't.
I remember you telling me that.
Annoyed the heck out of me. I've come around on it greatly, and right now my biggest complaint about the entire game is just the fact there's no online co-op multiplayer. I'm sitting at a rock solid 8.75 on it.
Nice. Now, I will say before I give my score, what made you change your mind? Because you said you didn't like it at first. What kind of turned that switch on for you, so to speak?
I just kind of got a feel for the flow of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like at first it was just frustrating because I kept dying and kept dying and kept dying. But then as I kept upgrading all my stuff back at the house, every time that I died, I'd get a little bit stronger and stronger. And then like I started discovering that there's all these secrets and all these tie-ins, and just I figured out the way that the game works, and it just gelled much better for me. And I liked the story from the get-go. The graphics were kind of a turnoff at first, but they kind of grew on me as well. Being the old person that I am, you'd think that style of graphic speaks to me, but I got over that style of graphic when I was 9 years old.
I hear you, because it's got that top-down 16-bit kind of art style to it, which seems to be very common with a lot of indie games right now. And I have to agree on that. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know about this when I first started up the game. But then as I went on, I'm like, actually, the art style really works really well for this game. And it doesn't seem like a gimmick or anything. They went all out for it, and it looks gorgeous.
Agreed. It grows on me, or it grew on me. As my girlfriend was watching me play it, there was a game on mobile devices a couple of years ago. It's probably still around, called Tiny Death Star. And she looked at it and she goes, "This looks exactly like Tiny Death Star. Is that what you're playing?" And I was like, "No, this is nothing like that."
No, not even close. So for me, the story is really good once you get into it, and it really captures you, and it makes you care about all the characters, which is the most important part, because it really is about family and bringing them together and solving this issue, this problem. If roguelikes aren't your game, I would still pick this up, because I would put this in the camp of like Dead Cells, which it's just one of those games you just don't put down, even if you don't like rogue-like games, because I feel like it's light on the rogue stuff and more heavier on other aspects that makes you want to keep playing. And so I would have to give it an 8.75 as well.
Yeah, it's a roguelike Diablo, basically, is what it is.
So with that, I hope you enjoy these ads, and I got a surprise coming up next. Stay tuned. And welcome back to Real Dudes Podcast, an indie gaming podcast. I hope you enjoyed those ads, because I know I sure did. Now, today, we're going to skip the news segment. Why? Because I have a surprise. And my surprise is, hey, Kyle's here.
What? Oh, my word.
Best surprise ever. The best surprises come in small packages.
Oh.
Boo. So we have Kyle here now. Welcome, Kyle. So
Thank you very much.
you are very welcome. So I discovered something. So I want to make a huge shout out to Corridor Digital, which is a YouTube channel, which I love so much. They found a guy, they found this program, okay? And this one guy made this program called AI Dungeon. It is a D&D-esque type program. You can play it on anything, PC, phone, and it doesn't matter, Apple, Android, doesn't matter. You feed it what you want, and then it responds, and then you play out the scenario like you would any D&D type scenario. So I thought it would be fun if we played AI Dungeon today. And the game itself, starting out, wants you to pick a setting. So I will feed it what you guys want it to, and I would just be the messenger boy. I'll relay the messages that the AI tells me to tell you guys, and then you guys will just go in and do whatever the heck you want.
But okay, I have a quick question before we start.
Sure.
What kind of characters are we playing? What class are we? What race are we? What gender? How tall are we? What abilities do we have? What abilities do we not have? Are we strong in charisma? Are we strong in strength? Details.
Do I have to use a voice?
Well, a voice is encouraged, but not recommended. Not needed. It's not recommended. Oh my gosh, I can't talk right now.
That's what you get for swishing.
I can't see you guys anymore.
So what did I say? A voice is not needed, but is highly recommended. How's that?
There you go.
Is it all like text based on your side of the screen then?
Yep, it's
like
all
Zork.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Zork. I love Zork.
Yeah, it is all text based.
I'd like to go northeast.
So
Northeast.
all I'm doing is reading stuff to you guys, and you guys are responding. Like that is literally it.
Okay. I nominate Kyle to be our leader.
I mean, yes, I could do that. I might fall off of our chat midway, but I can lead us.
Oh, Kyle needs to mute his microphone in Jitsi.
In Jitsi, yeah. Mute your microphone.
Okay, there we go.
I can do a voice. I don't even need a voice mod, Kyle.
And so with that, give me 1 second, because now that Kyle's here, I gotta set something up really quick, and then we will get this bad boy started.
Here, this is just gonna be silly.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Trust me. Oh, it's gonna be so great. Trust me.
I'm excited. Are you excited? Leave a comment below how excited you are. Kyle's drinking. Phil's drinking. Carrington's drinking. I'm just naturally wired up.
That's what I'd love to hear.
There's love in the back. Right there.
What? Oh.
I wish I could see you guys.
I don't see live or laugh in there. How are you living right now? I hate myself. Karrington, please.
I'm almost done. There you go.
You now enter the dungeon.
Karrington, your voice got a little weird there for a second.
So now that Kyle's here, he's all set up. We are ready to play AI Dungeon. So, step 1, pick a setting, my friends. Number 1, fantasy. 2, mystery. 3, apocalyptic. 4, zombies. Or 5, custom.
Mystery sounds cool.
Mystery sounds cool.
I'm in with mystery.
All right, I will feed it mystery. Select a character. You can be the patient, the detective, or the spy.
Go for it. I'll pick last.
Phil?
You're the leader.
You're the leader. You guys are playing one character, mind you. You guys are a single hive mind.
I'll be the patient.
All right. You guys
we're all patient.
You guys are all the patient then. Here we go.
Oh, we're all the patient. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are a single hive mind here. You guys are playing one character. So if you guys decide, has to be decided together as a family.
Well.
So I'm going with the patient people. Here we go. Enter your character's name.
Kyle.
Carl.
Actually, go with Carl.
Carl with a K?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
we
a
want our
soft
Carl
K.
to be a little on the crazy side, on the wild side. Come on,
Generating story. Please wait.
Your webcam keeps going out, Carrington. Just FYI.
Not on my end, which is the important thing.
Okay, cool.
You are Carl, a patient living in Chicago. You have a hospital bracelet and a pack of bandages. You wake up in an old rundown hospital with no memory of how you got there. You take a look around the room and see that it's pretty much empty except for a bed, some medical equipment, and a window looking outside. Hello, a voice says from behind you. I am Dr. Kessel. Who are you?
Carl.
I just want to put a band-aid on Dr. Kessel.
Put a band-aid on.
I can do that if you want me to.
No, don't do that. We need those band-aids. Stuff's going to go bad fast.
Who are you?
Mm-hmm. You want to say that back to the doctor?
I mean,
Who am I? No, ask him. Who am I?
Who am I?
I seem to have amnesia.
It's thinking.
Carrington broke the game.
My name is Dr. Kessel, and I'm your doctor. Well, I don't know anything about you other than what's on this bracelet, so let me get to know you better.
Can you have him examine my ankle?
Meta.
Yes. Can you examine my ankle?
I'm curious.
It hurts. I'll say, you tell the doctor. It's thinking.
Okay.
Sure thing, but I need to ask a few questions first. The doctor goes over to his table and opens up a drawer. He puts a small box and puts it on the table. The doctor then takes off his lab coat, revealing himself as Dr. Kessel. What will you do?
Whoa. Read the medical bracelet. Find out what we're in there for is mine.
Ooh, that's a good one.
For a second there, I thought you said the doctor's abs, like he was only wearing a lab coat.
Currently grating cheese on his abs.
You like mild or sharp?
Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
This is a medical bracelet. It has been implanted into me by the government. I will be able to access any information stored inside of it if needed.
Oh, this is a Black Mirror episode. Okay.
What does it say? It reads, Carl Hartman, 1923 to 2015.
Man, I'm old.
Oh, and you're dead. You're not just old, you're dead.
That's
You've been
weird.
dead for 4 years.
Did you
For 5
did you
years.
ask him? Is there potentially a cure for the coronavirus?
You said Carl Ortman?
Hartman.
Carl Hartman.
Hartman. Okay, because there's a Carl Ortman in my school district. And I was
You
about to,
related
like,
to Randy Ortman?
I don't know. Do I look like I know
Randy Orton.
families?
So I asked the doctor, is there a cure for the coronavirus?
What if this is the cure for the coronavirus?
Yeah, AI Dungeon discovers the cure for coronavirus. People
Are you-
everywhere with the
Are you guys ready for this? So you ask the doctor, is there a cure for the coronavirus? The doctor responds, no, but we do have a vaccine against the common cold. It should protect you from catching the coronavirus.
Oh, well, in that case, we're good.
Thanks, Doc. I'll keep that in mind when I get back home.
Okay.
What will you do next?
Go out for a drink.
Can we examine the box?
Oh.
He put a leaf in the box.
Did he?
No, he put a stick in the box. Sorry, he hit a leaf with the box.
Are you referring to the Roddy Rich song?
Yes, I can't remember. I just hit a leaf with the box.
Mm-hmm.
So he hit the leaf with the box. And
So
then
I
he
said
put
get
a
up and
stick-
examine the box. You open the box and find a small plastic bottle with a label on it. The doctor says, that looks like something that could help you catch the coronavirus. Could you try putting this in
Are
your
you
mouth?
serious? Really?
That is literally what it says.
Can you read the label?
I'd like to go northeast.
Read the label. So you read the label. It says, "This is a nasal spray called nasal cough. The doctor says if you put one in your nose, you should be protected from catching the coronavirus. Thank you so much," you explain. What will you do next?
Inhale whatever it is he told us to inhale.
There you go.
Oh yeah, just take the drugs the doctors give you.
Excuse me, sir. Is that cocaine on your shoulder? Oh, let me check. Yeah.
So I put inhale nasal cough. You exhale and feel a little bit of relief. Your headache is gone and you feel slightly less tired. You think that maybe you might be getting sick again though.
That was fast.
Examine the room.
Are we about to Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde this story?
You can, like I said, you guys can do whatever you. If you want to run out the door, you can run out the door.
I've been debating jumping out the window for the last 4 turns. That's just me.
It's a single-story building, actually.
Yeah.
So I said examine the room. It says you walk through the door and see a large room filled with machines. There are also several tables where people sit at them, typing away on their computers or working on various other things. Some of these people look very bored, while others seem to be doing nothing at all.
I'm confused. I thought we were in an office with a doctor.
Yeah. Disassemble the medical machine and let's see what we can scrap from that thing and let's build something to get us the hell out of here.
Let's do it.
I was going to suggest just screaming at the large crowd and seeing.
Yell fire and see how many people run out of the building.
I said disassemble medical machine and grab materials. Let's see what happens next. Man, it's really thinking. Oh, there we go.
What do we get? A ballpoint pen?
So I said disassemble medical machine and grab materials. You pick up a metal bar and start swinging it around.
Whoa. And then we got tased.
A man wearing a white coat comes running over to you. "Hey, what are you doing?" he asks. "I'm trying to break down some of these medical devices in here," you reply. ... Will you do next?
Give him a tattoo.
What did we say? What did we
Give him a tattoo. I can do that. Give the man a tattoo. Jordan, your face.
This is ridiculous.
This should be a regular thing.
My face?
This is not what... You say, "Okay, I think I got what you're looking for," you say. The man nods and hands you a piece of paper. You tear up the paper and write down a simple message in black marker.
What's the message? I've got the coronavirus.
Oh, no.
Thought it was just a cold.
Meet me out back.
I snorted that leaf and everything went better.
Not a tumor. So this is what... Wait, hold on. Wow, this is long. All right, this is what it says. Anyway, it says, "Hello, my name is Carl Hartman. I am a doctor who lives in Chicago. My family was killed by the coronavirus. I have been researching how to stop it since then. The only way to do that is to create an antidote using the nasal spray."
It's really
What?
dark.
Hell?
This AI is pretty good.
Can we go back to figuring out a mystery?
Yeah, what? I forgot
What happened?
I mean, we can keep going. We can start over. It is up to you guys. This is...
I say we leave the hospital at this point.
Yeah, leave hospital.
Carl leaves the hospital. It is generating. It's taking a while to generate.
Oh, wait. Carl Ortman is a doctor in this county, not a school
Really?
person.
So you leave the hospital and head towards your car. As you drive off, you hear a voice call out to you. "Carl, are you okay?" You turn... Oh. "Carl, are you okay?"
Nice.
You turn around and see a young girl standing next to a police officer.
Whoa.
Yes, I'd like one Keanu Reeves whoa in the chat, please.
Mhm.
Oh, I have an idea what we could do.
Okay.
We can go one at a time, deciding what our character does. That way, we're not just like shouting
That's a good
random
idea.
things. So I just said something. Phil can go next, and then Kyle, and then rotate in that order.
Okay.
All right, Phil. What are you gonna do now? There's a little girl and a police officer.
I'm looking at
Man, that's a big decision. Yeah, I thought I was the one that got us out of the hospital.
Oh, you are. So
Kyle, then.
Carl, what do you want to do?
Examine the girl.
Okay.
Well, not like that, but I
And
mean,
the cop grabs Carl.
Carl examines the young girl.
Oh no.
It hasn't started doing it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh. So Carl approaches the girl and notices her scars. She seems really scared, but she doesn't seem to know why. Are you all right? You guys ask. No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. She replies. Jordan.
I'm up. Can you tell me your name? I seem to have amnesia. I just keep thinking of that Futurama episode where all of the robots have amnesia. Wait, so you're saying we all have amnesia? So dumb.
So you tell her, can you tell me your name? I seem to have amnesia. She says, my name's Kayla. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Kayla. Kayla begins to cry as Carl takes her hand and walks her back home. Phil?
How do I know where her home is?
I have so many questions.
Maybe she knows the way and she's leading us.
Oh, we skipped Kyle. Why is it my turn again?
no, I went.
Oh crap.
Man, Phil can't make important life decisions.
I got us out of the hospital, man.
Get you guys out of the
Wow,
hospital.
you made us walk out of a building. Cool.
Yeah, I tried giving the doctor a tattoo. I disassembled the medical machine, almost got us arrested, and now we're here.
You might still get arrested. Who knows?
There's a good chance of that if I'm walking a little girl home.
I'm her father.
Now that we're at your house, can you tell me how you got those scars and what you were doing with the policeman?
My father was a drinker.
I know the feeling.
References, anyone? You want to know how I got these scars? The Dark Knight.
Man of Steel. Oh,
Oh my god. Man of Steel is a good movie. Better than the DC movies. The current ones in the DCEU. Karrington, where are we going next? The silence is getting very difficult to fill.
I'm sorry. I understand. But the AI is now generating. It's doing texts. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Carl asks, now we are at your house. How did you get your scars? What were you doing with that police officer? Kayla says, he was trying to arrest me for stealing his girlfriend. You ask, what happened after that? They took me to the hospital and they said if I didn't confess to killing my parents, they would kill me. Dun, dun, dun!
oh.
How old is this girl?
So,
Kyle?
she killed her parents, or they're trying to get her to confess that she killed her parents.
Mm-hmm.
How did you kill your parents? See how stupid she is.
Or how important we are apparently in her life for her to tell us all this.
Well, and how did she recognize us is another one of my questions. And by us, I mean...
And why was she waiting outside the building?
Okay, you guys ready for this?
Sure.
I gotta calm down. Here we go. Carl asks, how did you kill your parents? Kayla responds, I stabbed them both in the heart with a pen knife.
Well...
She's literally the Joker.
First of all, what is a pen knife? Anyway, and when did you stab them?
It's like a switchblade comb, but backwards.
Okay. So then Carl asks, when did you stab them? Kayla answers, when I was 5 years old. Jordan.
Oh, gosh.
How old are you?
6.
5 and 3 days.
Whose blood is that? If she says like 23, I'm gonna leave.
She's 23.
Carl asks, how old are you now? She says 23, and I am not joking.
So this little girl that was with the cop is not such a little girl.
Anyway, she says 23. So Carl says, so you must be one of the lucky ones, right? Kayla says, yeah, I guess so. Jordan, you're next.
Jordan just went.
I asked her.
I'm sorry. You're right. Phil, you're next.
What did she say?
She said, I'm 23. So then you say, so you must be one of the lucky ones, right? And then Kayla says, yeah, I guess so.
Ask her if
Like,
you're willing
one of
to
the
tell.
lucky ones to survive the coronavirus.
Yeah, if you're willing to tell us why you stabbed your parents to death, why won't you tell the cops that?
At 5 years old, I mean, it's been more than
Like,
a certain amount of time, isn't it?
15 years.
You just met us and you're willing to open up like that, but you also knew our name as we walked out of the hospital.
No, we just met her. This probably isn't the first time she's met us.
Oh, good call.
All right, so what did you want to ask her?
I don't remember anymore. Why would you confess the killing to us, but not just turn yourself in?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Seemingly, we just walked up to the girl and took her from the cops and walked her home and started asking her all these questions.
Thank you, officer. I'll take it from here. This 23-year-old woman will be accompanying me. Good Lord.
That was awesome, because just the fact that you said 23 and then she's like, oh, I'm 23.
Maybe the AI heard me. Ask her if she's into Reese's Puffs, and then if she says anything about Reese's Puffs. Or no, never mind. I'm
All right, so here you guys go. So Carl asks, why did you confess to me and not turn yourself into the cops? Kayla says, because I don't want to die like my father. And then you say, your father died because he was afraid of dying. Do you still feel that way? Kayla looks away from you and starts crying again. Her eyes begin to water uncontrollably.
Of course they're uncontrollably. You don't cry controllably. Unless you're an actor. She's a fake. She's trying to scam us for money.
Do you want to go to Olive Garden?
They've got
Sitting in the Olive
breadsticks.
Garden, you continue to ask for more breadsticks because you are unbelievably hungry.
As little girl, we don't even know this girl's name yet, do we?
Kayla.
Oh, yeah, we did. Kayla, that's right.
Thanks for playing along, Tim.
Oh, are you guys ready for this? I think you guys are so ready for this. So Carl asks, do you want to go to Olive Garden? Yeah, Kayla exclaims. The two of you walk into the restaurant where you order a large pizza and a drink. After eating, Carl tells Kayla about his day. He mentions that he went to school today and that he has a test tomorrow morning.
Wait, what?
Carl said this?
Yes.
We just got out of the hospital. Can I just suggest we ask her why she killed her parents?
Yes.
Can we just turn this into a dating sim?
Don't get it up.
So much for the mystery. How old are we? That's a good question.
Oh, how old do you want to be?
Well, so
13.
23-year-old? They're plus or minus 10 years.
So you guys ask, why did you kill your parents? She said, I wanted to live forever, Kayla explains. But what do you mean by that? Kayla looks down and wipes her eyes. She then smiles and says, well, I just thought it was the coolest thing ever.
This girl's psycho.
American Psycho.
Hit her with a taser. Hit her with a taser.
We don't have a taser. We have bandages.
Oh,
Put a Band-Aid on her. Good call.
What are we wearing?
How's this? Hit Kayla with a Band-Aid.
Hit her? Like throw one?
Whip a Band-Aid at her?
Or run out of the Olive Garden.
Because this girl be cray-cray.
Oh my God.
So you hit Kayla with a Band-Aid, you put her arm around her and kiss her on the cheek. She says, thanks for saving me. You reply, don't mention it.
Did we finish our mystery?
Well,
You
another
can.
couple.
I'm gonna say that. Carl says,
Mystery
another
solved.
job. Well done. No more mystery.
Now go in for the high five. Go in for the high five.
You just kissed me on the cheek. High five.
Yep.
Carl says, another job well done. No more mystery. Carl then goes in for the high five. Kayla and you leave the restaurant and head back home. Kayla is really happy to see you, but she also seems sadder than usual. When you arrive at your house, Kayla is waiting for you outside. Where are we going? She asks.
Olive Garden.
I still got breadsticks to eat.
Carl says, back to Olive Garden. I have more breadsticks to eat.
How? I have so many questions that I just
The AI is
can't
getting
because I
upset
don't have the
with
right
us.
words.
I mean, hey, this is what you guys wanted. Okay, Kayla nods. You enter the kitchen and start making yourself a meal. Kayla sits next to you and begins playing with your hair while talking to you.
Whoa!
It's strange. I think Kyle's right. You guys are turning this into a dating simulator.
I'm not doing anything.
It's strange, but it feels good to talk to someone again after being apart for so long.
Apart from who? The parents that you killed? That we forgot about with the police officer, and somehow you knew his name after we jumped out of a hospital. Well, we didn't jump out. After we disassembled a machine, gave the doctor a tattoo, and left the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. If you want to, I can start all over. We can start anew quick, and that be
Let's
the
try
last
something
story.
else.
Okay.
I'm down for a fantasy.
Okay. Let me go
I
back.
think that's what we were just playing.
But okay, not that kind of fantasy. I'm talking like
I'm gonna drop for a minute. So
Go
All right.
Yeah.
For a minute.
well, we'll see. I'm gonna mute my mic and
Okay.
you're good.
I'm trying to remember how. I don't know how to.
So, Karrington, out of curiosity, where did you come across this program?
There it is. Restart. So there's
I
a
just downloaded it
YouTube
on my
channel.
phone.
There's a YouTube channel called Quarter Digital. So they specialize in special effects on YouTube. Like their special effects for some indie movie makers are, and they're always great. They're awesome. They're hilarious as well. So they have a side channel called Node, which is their gaming channel. And on there, they started playing AI Dungeon. And I'm like, that looks awesome, hilarious, and fun. I want to do this on the podcast. And so here we are.
It is interesting.
I think we broke it.
I think we also broke it.
So you guys want to do fantasy this
If
time?
you don't
Yes.
mind, I'd like
Yeah.
to ask.
Sure.
Could I DM this session?
Yeah, sure. I won't, I'm not doing anything. It is all up to you or out to us now.
AI Dungeon 2. Interesting.
There's a sequel?
Evidently.
I guess so.
Oh, I have to pledge to them.
Yeah, for server costs mostly.
Okay, gotcha. Play it.
And it can be as much or as little as you want to. Excuse me, I did $15.
Here we go.
This is enthralling podcast radio for everybody listening.
Hey,
Are we live right now?
we're live. We're hot. I'll edit it down a little bit since we're
Okay.
waiting on you, Jordan.
So are we doing fantasy?
Yeah, let's do fantasy.
Cool. Select your character. Noble, knight, squire, wizard, ranger, peasant, or rogue.
Let's be a peasant.
Okay.
I have been for 42
Enter your
years. Why
character.
stop now?
What is that
Exactly.
Boys.
Our character's name, let's make him Andy.
Okay, Andy. Generating story. Please wait.
Shout out to Andrew Reiner. No, for no reason.
Yep, no reason whatsoever.
Here we go, gentlemen. You are Andy, a peasant living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a pitchfork and nothing else. You wake up and begin working in the field. You see your sister Mary, who is also a peasant. She has no idea that you are her brother to her. Oh, boy.
Oh, shucks.
Aw.
One day, she comes running into the field crying for help because someone has stolen all of their food. What do you do?
Yell, where did all the food go?
Yell, where did all the food go? You run over to where Mary is crying and ask her what happened. She tells you that they were just walking back from town when some bandits attacked them. They ran away, but then the bandits caught up with them and killed everyone except for Mary, who was taken prisoner by one of the bandits.
How did Mary escape?
How did you escape? Should I put that?
Yeah, ask
Sure.
Mary. How did she escape? Mary.
Mary says that while they were being held captive, one of the bandits asked if you knew anything about how to get out of this place. When you said yes, he told you to go down to the mines and look for something called a key, which would open up an entranceway.
Say that last part again.
Mary says that while they were being held captive, one of the bandits asked if you knew anything about how to get out of this place. When you said yes, he told you to go down into the mines and look for something called a key, which would open up an entranceway.
Let's go to the mines.
Okay.
With nothing on us, I suppose. We're
We
peasants.
have a pitchfork.
Quotes to speak. Okay, I misunderstood that. Okay, cool. You go to the bandits' instructions and enter the mines. The first thing you notice is there are tons of dead bodies everywhere. It seems like every time you walk through these tunnels, someone dies.
We've been through these tunnels before and we're going back? Okay.
Walk over the dead bodies.
Oh no.
Guy would have teabagged him.
The next morning, you come across a large room filled with many boxes. The next morning, you come across a large room filled with many metal boxes. Each box contains something different. Some contain coins, others hold tools or weapons. All of it looks very dangerous, and you realize that if anyone had found about your escape, they'd kill you on sight.
Let's just open up all the boxes.
That's a good idea.
Long sentences. So to perform an action, do I have to put an exclamation point first?
No, you just boom.
Okay. Because you have to put quotes around things you want to say. I didn't realize that. You open each box as carefully as possible and find that they're all empty. There isn't even any food inside the boxes. You don't know what to think, so you decide to check the other rooms too.
Examine rooms. Or how many rooms are there?
Good question.
Tell us there were a bunch of coins and stuff inside of the boxes.
Yeah. As you explore the mines, you find that they are full of strange creatures. Some are human-like, some aren't. Some are huge and others are tiny. Most of them look hungry, though, and attack you on sight.
Fend him off with the pitchfork!
Yeah!
Okay. Start an action with exclamation point to stop the game from putting you in front of.
Is that one of the things?
It's like the tips that are scrolling on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Attack with pitchfork. You grab a pitchfork and start attacking the monsters. One of them bites you on the hand, causing you to scream in pain. Another monster grabs your arm and begins tearing it off until you can't fight anymore.
Wow.
Well, I just got us killed.
Gentlemen.
Go to Olive Garden.
Go to Olive Garden.
What is the $1 Applebee's drink right now?
Strawberry vodka or lemonade, something like that.
It changes next month.
After defeating the last monster, you find yourself in a small garden. You're not sure what to do, so you sit down and wait for something to happen. Suddenly, a man walks into the garden holding an olive branch. He smiles at you and asks if you need help.
What does he ask?
Asks if you need help.
Yes, we need help.
Lots of it. How much help do you have?
That was great. Oh, that was glorious. That was great.
Yes, I'd like help. Oh boy. It's thinking.
I'm sure it is.
Here's the mail that never fails.
He leads you outside and shows you an old house. Inside the house, there's a woman sitting on a chair reading a book. She looks pretty young and has long brown hair. She sees you standing there and smiles at you before she goes back to her book. Okay.
So
Kiss
he
the,
let
kiss the
us-
lady on the forehead.
He let us outside from the garden, so it was an indoor garden? Okay.
No, like, you're inside of a garden, so he leads you out of the garden.
Oh, gotcha.
I assume that's what that means.
Somehow this is
Shows you an
turning
old
into a
house
dating
inside the
site.
house.
Telling
So
kiss
you're
the lady
inside
on
the house right
forehead.
now.
Kiss the lady on the forehead. You gotta show respect to our elders.
Kiss lady on forehead. I wonder if it'll recognize. You run over to the lady and put your arms around her waist. Then you kiss her on the forehead and leave. As you're leaving, you hear a voice say, "Hey, where are you going?" You turn around and see Mary standing behind you. Your sister, that she doesn't know it. It's a whole Luke and Leia thing.
Oh! To defeat the dragon, of course.
Bury the pitchfork in the sand.
Is that a euphemism? Or am I saying something wrong by burying a pitchfork?
No, I was going to the end of Rise of Skywalker.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. I like that.
That
Yes.
yeah, I
But
don't.
you didn't like it as much as Sonic.
Heyo, I didn't even go there. It wasn't me.
The dragon, of course. That Olive Garden line was so good. Mary laughs and says, "I'm glad you're here. I've been waiting for you." She kisses you on the lips and runs after you.
Whoa.
You continue walking along side by side until eventually you reach a bridge. Mary jumps off the bridge onto a smaller one below it.
What?
Mary's
Follow
nimble.
Mary.
I'm so confused.
Jump
Dude,
into the
Gator off
water?
bridge.
I'm still hoping Dragon is one of the name of the line cooks at Olive Garden.
What did you say? What did you say, Kyle?
Dude, Gainer off the bridge.
Yeah, Gainer.
Or Cannonball.
Oh, yeah. A cannonball would be very into the fantasy
Or
setting.
belly flop.
I just said jump off the bridge.
Your adventure has concluded.
You leap from the bridge onto the smaller one below. The two fall through the air and land safely on a small island. Mary smiles at you and says, "That was fun." She hugs you tightly and kisses you again on the cheek before running off towards another part of the island.
It's a small island.
Why does this game always go this way? I want to fight something.
How big is the island?
We tried. We got our arm bit off and beat everything.
Or
How big is the island?
I say just go attack the dragon. See what the AI does after that.
The island you're on is very large. It seems to be made up of many islands connected together by bridges. You can see ships sailing away from the island, but no sign of anything approaching it or heading towards it.
So we're in the Florida Keys.
How's
Yeah.
this? Take over a boat. Let's take over a boat, guys.
Okay, go find a boat. Waiting.
There are no boats
Waiting,
in the
I
area.
waited the longest night.
You walk along the shoreline and spot a small wooden boat. You climb aboard and begin paddling towards it. Soon you arrive at a dock where several people are loading boats onto them. One of the men
Steal
looks at you and
someone's boat.
says, "This way, please."
I'm the captain now. That's what we're gonna. That's what I want to say.
We need a bigger boat.
You state, "I am the captain now." You follow him out of the dock and cross a small bridge. When you get to the other side, he points to a rowboat that sits nearby. You hop in and row as fast as you can towards the boat. Board? I don't know. We're okay?
Let's board the boat and sing. I don't know. Let's sing a song.
Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, let's sing Wrecking Ball while we're at it.
Board the ship
And
and
sing Wrecking Ball.
let's see what happens. I put board the ship and sing. 2 actions. You row the boat as hard as you can while singing, "I'm gonna sail away." As soon as you reach the other side of the island, you notice a large castle above you. A guard stands near it with his sword drawn. Okay.
Shoot the captain.
Yeah.
Shoot
Wait,
captain.
do we have a gun now? I thought we all
shoot,
have the
shoot guard.
I mean,
guard
it's
with a
fantasy,
cannonball.
so, and our fantasy setting has Olive Garden apparently.
Or throw sword at guard.
I put shoot guard. We'll see what happens. You fire your gun at the guard who falls backwards. He screams and drops his sword. A few moments later, you hear someone shouting, "It worked! We won!" You look around and realize you have successfully sailed away from the island.
We win.
we just won?
We won.
I'll put we won.
Raise your flag.
We should see what's on our flag.
You shout, "We won!" to everyone and celebrate by drinking alcohol. Later, you wake up in bed and realize you had a dream about Lady J. You also remember a lot of details from it.
Whoa! So it was all just a dream the entire time.
Oh man.
I start having a panic attack.
Have panic attack.
See, Kyle, aren't you
You
glad
feel
came
like
for
you
this?
just had an anxiety attack. You try to calm yourself down and think back over everything happened during that day. You then remember that Mary told you to come here because she wanted you to she wanted to show you something. So you decide to head there immediately.
What is it?
I'll meet Mary.
I don't want to meet Mary. She creeps me out.
She's creeping me out too, dude. Like, maybe you should tell her that, you know, you're siblings. You rush into the room where Mary is sitting reading a book. She notices you and smile. "Good morning. I didn't expect anyone else to wake up so early." She continues to smile at you until she sees that you aren't really awake yet. How did I end up back home?
Drink coffee.
It was all a dream, yeah.
Drink coffee.
Have coffee, tell Mary she's your sister.
Mary, there's been something I've been meaning to tell you. You quickly grab a cup of coffee and take a sip before answering her question. "What did you want to show me?" Mary stares at you for a while before replying, "Well, I was going to show you something very special."
Oh boy.
Shoot Mary.
With the
Okay,
What?
shoot Mary. Amory.
Oh, Kyle, you
Mary.
missed what our name. Our name is Andy, by the way.
Our name is Andy, yeah. You quickly shoot Mary in the chest. She falls backwards on the floor and begins coughing blood. No, don't kill her. Someone shouts at you and turns around to see a man dressed in all black standing behind Mary.
teabag Mary and shoot the guy.
Yes.
Throw coffee mug at guy.
Throw coffee mug at man.
Can I say, Jordan, because you switched your room around, it's throwing me off.
I'm sorry. You throw the coffee mug at the man and he dodges it easily. "Whoa, slow down there, cowboy," one of the guards said. The man doesn't even react and keeps walking forward.
Throw bullet at man.
Bullet. Throw bullet at man walking towards me. This is so weird. You aim the rifle barrel at him and pull the trigger. The bullet hits him in the leg, but he doesn't fall down. Instead, he turns around and runs out of the room. That's it. That's what we're looking for.
What?
I'm so confused.
Look to see who shouted that. This is quality content.
This is quality. Like, there's occasionally some silence. You walk outside and look around. There are two men wearing leather jackets with their faces covered. They both yell at each other in a language you don't understand. They both stop yelling when they notice you approaching them and start running away as fast as they can.
Chase them.
Chase men.
I feel as though that's kind of what we've been doing this entire time.
Chasing waterfalls. You run after the men and catch up to them. When you get close enough, one of them stops and points a gun at you. "Where do you think you're going? We know who you are, and we'll be taking this place soon anyway." So he has a gun. I thought we were in a fantasy world.
Hey.
I'm going to meet Mary.
Who I just shot this coffee
Where
out
do you
blood.
think you're going? Let's see if Mary's still alive. Going to visit Mary.
Is that Bowie?
Yeah, they're watching TV.
You nod your head and say, I'm going to visit Mary. He looks surprised by your answer. We thought you were dead, but we found her body in the basement. Apparently, she died of natural causes last night.
That darn malfunctioning gun.
Bleeding to death. Yes, that is natural.
Are we still with the men?
Yes.
Ask if they want to go to Olive Garden.
You guys want to go to Olive Garden? Question mark.
I love that Olive Garden is in this in this fantasy world.
He nods yes. He nods and said, yeah, let's go. You follow the two men into the kitchen and ask them about everything. They tell
Let
you that
them
you were
begin
supposed to
stroking
meet
your
with some
hair.
people in the town called the Order.
Ooh. 1886.
I don't know, man.
All right, let's Kyle, myself, and Phil take one round, and that'll be.
That's fine.
All right. Ask them what the order is.
What is?
And does it include shrimp?
Oh my god!
How do you feel about breadsticks?
What is the Order, and is there shrimp? They explain that the Order is an organization dedicated to bringing order to the world. They believe that everyone should have equal rights and opportunities, regardless of race, religion, or sexual preference. One of them mentions that they recently had a new member join in, and it seems like it would be good for business. No shrimp.
Lame.
Does the new member like breadsticks?
That's your thing, Phil?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yes, but no. Take me to the Order.
You agree and follow them into the living room where a large table. A woman is wearing a long dress, stands next to several men in suits sitting around the table. One of them speaks up first. So, what brings you here? I think the AI is having some issues.
Kyle, you,
Kyle?
sir, are the next and final one.
Take clothes off.
Take off clothes. You quickly remove all of your clothing and put up on a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt before. Well, I was invited to a meeting. She smiles and asks, a meeting? What kind of meeting?
The end.
The end.
To be continued.
Well,
that was
fun.
about
Thank
as
you for
silly as it
introducing me to
gets.
this.
I'm glad you guys were here for this. I don't want to do this all the time, but I'll just throw in a AI dungeon segment.
Thank
I'm
you.
off
This
on-
was fun.
Sorry, guys. See you, Kyle.
Talk to you later, Kyle.
Bye, Kyle.
See y'all.
Everyone, if you lasted this long, I hope you enjoyed our review of Children of Morta, as well as our adventure world of AI Dungeon 2. Once again, if you wanted to play it, you just got to go to a website or download the app at play.aidungeon.io.
It's chaos.
It's something. Before we leave, Phil, thank you for joining us as always. Phil the chef.
Thanks for having.
You're quite welcome. You know you're more than welcome to come on anytime you wish.
I'll be here tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
As always, if you love listening to the show, don't be afraid to hit us up. We enjoy hearing from you guys. If you want to hit us up, you can always hit us up via Facebook or Instagram at Real Dudes Podcast, or at the good old Twitter at realdudes_pod. Our email address is podcast@realdudespodcast.com. Am I forgetting anything, guys? That you can think of?
Can I do it?
Go ahead.
And as always, have a rad day.
Boom!
That was awesome.